I'm going to say something momentarily. I am, I promise. But first, greetings and salutations to everyone today. This good Thursday, I think it is. Time is an illusion, so I don't necessarily keep up with the day. But I feel the need to come to y'all because I need to make something very clear for everyone about the internet and about your identity, because a lot of people are getting asked for certain information on this website. And it's very crucial for you to know that this social media site is not worth you giving them some of the final pieces of information that they need to figure the puzzle out. So, one thing that we know is facial recognition is real. Facial recognition is real. I'm pretty sure you've uploaded a picture to different platforms before and they automatically tag your name to it. There are many facial recognition programs that exist now, and Facebook utilizes facial recognition. But facial recognition doesn't mean anything if your government names are not attached to your Facebook accounts. So, if you are being asked to, now everyone is being asked to change your name to your government name, because they need to solidify your account being attached to you. I need to ask you a very serious question. Please put on your thinking caps. If this is just social media, if this is just Facebook, if this is just fun, if this is just memes, if this is just people talking amongst themselves, why do they need you to upload a government-issued ID? So please, ask yourself this question again. If this is just Facebook, if this is just social media, if this is just fun and games and people share celebrity gossip and people can share news, then why is Facebook requesting you to verify yourself in the form of a government-issued identification? I would like to tell you that Facebook is not worth having your identity locked down by Big Brother. It's not. Delete your account. Don't use your account. Some people are just starting completely new pages. And that is something that I probably would recommend if you still feel the need to visit this platform. But you need to be very aware of who owns and runs this social site. If it was just a place for you to connect with your friends and families, they don't need to see your passport picture. If this was just a place for you to get the latest musical entertainment news, they would not need you to upload a license. Instagram doesn't require you to upload your license. Twitter is not requiring you to upload your license. You do not need to identify yourself to the government as a sovereign person, as a sovereign spirit, as a sovereign soul. You are literally giving them and handing them over the final keys and the final pieces they need to solidify their plans. If you are being asked to upload a photo of your identification, of your government-issued anything, remove yourself from Facebook, start a completely different page if you still feel the need to be here. But times are changing. things are very real. So if they are asking you again, I'll say it one more time for people that are just tuning in. If Facebook is supposedly just a social site for fun, if Facebook is just a social site to connect each other with friends and family, you do not and you should not be required to prove who you are by your government name or referencing to your government issued ID. Facial recognition is already in programming and they have pictures of all of us. So that's already there. What they need outside of the pictures of all of us in facial recognition programming is to match our names with our identifications, because then you can also completely match that with our social security numbers. Some of you have been very good at living under aliases. More power to you, because that's awesome and you have the right to do that as a human being. But they need to know your ownership name. I call it an ownership name because this is the name that they use to create cattle. This is the name that they use to identify you when you are born, when you die. This is the name that they identify to use you and find you in the event that you are on roll call. I say roll call for a reason, because eventually one day soon you will understand what roll call is. And you don't want to be on a government list for roll call. They are who I am. I see you. I see you every day. I hear you on my phone. I see you in the sky and your satellites. They know me. And I'm not worried about them knowing me because I'm sovereign. And they know that. But you also need to know who you are. You need to know who you are in this country, in this world. You are more than just your birth name. You are more than just your social security number. You are more than just the face on your identification. Don't give these people the power that they don't have. They're scrounging for it. They're scrounging for power. If we didn't have power, they wouldn't be scrambling my Facebook videos. They wouldn't be editing them after I finish them. If we did not have power, they would not be deleting comments from my page. If we did not have power, they would not be deleting my videos when I'm done recording them and I haven't said anything outside of my constitutional rights. Understand that. Know that for yourself. So again, Facebook, social media is not worth them having all of the pieces of the puzzle that they need, and a lot of people are willingly giving them over for the sake of being able to scroll every day. Is a scroll worth your life? Because it's that serious. So ask yourself, is a scroll on your timeline worth your life? Is a scroll on your timeline worth your identity? This information needs to be shared. If you don't share it to your page, whatever, don't care. But you need to tell somebody. You need to understand this. People are saying, oh no, that just means somebody flagged you for not being yourself. What normal person do you know sits down and flags other people like, Sparkle isn't her name? No one does that. Facebook is flagging these accounts. They need to know who you are, because Facebook is not just Facebook. And synchronicity by ratio, it is not a coincidence that thousands of people are getting this message at the same time. Thousands of people were not individually flagged by individual people. Understand that. It is not harmless. When you are being asked to identify yourself by a number, by a government issue ID, by uploading a passport, you are being put on roll call. This is the final little tiny piece they need to solidify the picture puzzle to facial recognition. Facial recognition does not mean anything if they cannot attach you to your government cattle identification. Know that. Don't give these people the power that they need. Period. But you'll know this for yourselves. They can scramble me all they want to. They're scrambling because they're desperate. What person or entity of power do you know needs to personally scramble a citizen's messages? What powerful entity do you know needs to stifle free speech in order to survive? What powerful entities do you know need to filter my regular words that don't intimidate anybody's rights? Know where your power is and know where power is not. Because if I was talking about kitty cats, dogs, puppies, and world hunger, my videos would not be getting scrambled. The evidence is there. Know it, believe it. These times are real. That's all I'm going to say. Peace.